Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castella, and welcome to episode 1 of Dime School, where I'm going to teach you how to be a prolific passer, to get more teammates involved, get more assists, and get more playing time, because everybody likes playing a passer.
I don't want to pass. That is almost a full court lob.
Man, Lonzo Ball on target with Zion Williamson.
All right, now becoming a passer might not sound like the sexiest thing on the planet, right? Everybody wants to score the ball, everybody wants high scoring averages, and I totally get it. I like to score the ball too. But if you're a good passer, and if you're the best passer on the team, it's gonna, number one, get you a ton more playing time. Number two, it's gonna stuff your stat sheet so you look even more impressive when the scouts are looking at you or you're trying to go to the next level, right? And number three, players will love playing with you. And because of that, you're gonna have better chemistry, you're gonna win more games, and it makes you a more valuable basketball player. So in today's version, I'm gonna talk about a few different things that are gonna help you become an elite level passer. And by implementing these, it's gonna help everybody wanna play with you as well. All right, so the first key, the very first key is to use your eyes to manipulate the defense. Use your eyes to manipulate the defense. Now here's the thing, a lot of players, they think passing and they think like, oh, it's all about doing this with my arm or doing this with my hands. Your eyes are the number one most important thing to getting really easy baskets for your teammate, because they're the story that the defense is gonna read, right? If I'm getting ready to pass and I pick the ball up and I look this way, what direction do you think I'm trying to pass? Probably that way, because I'm looking that way, right? If I pick it up and I go like this, it looks like I want to pass this way. So you want to use your eyes to manipulate the defender and play chess, getting the defense to move around depending on what you want them to do. So think about it like this. Let's say I'm getting ready to pass and I've got a teammate on the block who looks like he's got pretty good position, right? But I want to try to get his defender to slide over a little bit. I might pick the ball up, look to the opposite corner, and then fire my pass in, because I know by looking, I've shifted his defender just slightly, right? The no-look pass is incredibly important, and it is insane how many easy assists you can get just by looking off defenders. It might even be something as easy as this. You've got a shooter teammate over in the corner. You're dribbling down, his man's guarding him. You might just look to the post like that and then swing it out to the corner. Just by looking off for a second, you can get super, super easy looks for your teammates, and depending on what they're good at, you can play into that as well, right? So if I know I got a great shooter, I can look off his teammate for the shot. If I know I got a great postman, I can look off his defender for a nice post move or a post finish, right? So use your eyes to manipulate the defense, and you might not get an assist every time, but I promise you, you're gonna get a lot more just by doing that, right? So part of that is you've got to become a better passer. You got to work on throwing at those angles. You got to work on picking the ball up, slinging it with one hand, and being a kind of a competent passer from a skill standpoint, because once you do those eyes, it is incredibly difficult to guard you, and you can facilitate an entire offense just off your eyes alone.
Did you see that pass? I mean, that's just incredible. He wanted that to the people to go for the block shot. He did. He just threw the pass out there knowing that his teammate in the corner would get it.
All right, so the next key to becoming a prolific passer is drawing and kicking. Drawing and kicking. The game has changed. No longer is it all about just layups and layups and layups. We're trying to get outside jumpers because threes have changed the game. So what you'll notice, the best point guards in the world and some of the best creators are always thinking about puncturing the middle or drawing defenders to the middle and then kicking to shooters to the outside. Now what's fantastic about this is even if you don't get an assist, let's say I've got a nice drive, I puncture the middle, I get in here, and I draw a defender and I kick back out to the wing, even if he doesn't get a shot, let's say his defender recovers, he's closing out hard, we're probably still gonna get a good action out of it. He might get a pump fake and a blow by, he might get fouled as he goes by, he might get that help side defender who then they kick it back to me and I get a layup or whatever it is. Drawing and kicking not only will get you a ton more assists, but it'll actually help your entire offense, right? If you're constantly looking to draw, kick, draw, kick, draw, kick, as many times as you can in a possession, you're constantly putting the pressure on the defense, you're constantly collapsing the defense, creating opportunities for you and everybody else, right? So key number one, I always like to think about it when in this scenario, if I'm trying to draw, I'm trying to get 2 feet inside the paint or in this court inside the black area as many times as I possibly can. So it might be off of a pump fake drive, might be off of a pass fake, might be off of a live move, whatever it is. I'm trying to get 2 feet into the paint and make a decision as many times as I can, because that's when you start getting a ton of options. The help man steps up, you can dump it down. The help comes from opposite, you can kick it out. You've got a bunch of different ways you can work with, and I promise you, you'll probably get like twice as many assists just from doing this alone, and it's super simple to do.
Oh, what a pass from Lonzo Ball. Oh my goodness, and the double pump finish inside.
All right, so next up, we've got one of my personal favorite keys and what I call pass the pocket, meaning you want to throw passes in pockets, not necessarily to players all the time. So a lot of times, if you start really looking at the defense, there's pockets, meaning there's openings or windows inside of the defense, especially if you're playing against, like, let's say, a zone defense, right? So anytime I'm playing and I'm on offense, I'm looking for these pockets and I'm looking how I can pass into them. Some of them might be low with a bounce pass, some of them might be high, some of them might be frozen ropes in the middle. But what you can think about is how can you put passes through a pocket and then lead your teammate to that pass for an easy score, right? So here's a great example. Let's say I'm dribbling and I'm driving this direction, I've got a teammate in the corner and his man's overplaying and I've got this pocket window right here. If I'm synced up with him, even though he's not standing right here, I can still put just a nice little touch bounce pass to the corner, boom, and he can back cut and go run into it, right? So the whole idea with kind of pocket passing is you can put a pass inside of an open space that only your teammate's gonna be able to go get the ball to. So that might be a lob by the backboard, that might be a bounce pass in transition, but looking for these windows or these pockets that you can feed the ball through and just let your teammate go get them. By doing this, not only do you facilitate more movement in the offense and get a lot better looks, but number two, it provides a lot more opportunities that you wouldn't even necessarily know existed. And as you get better at them, you're gonna start seeing the same pockets over and over again. The way basketball is played, there's always kind of the same sorts of things that happen for the most part. So you're gonna see the same pockets out of a pick and roll. You're gonna see the same pockets when they're playing zone. You're gonna see the same pockets if they're playing some sort of, special run and jump press or whatever it is. And you're gonna get used to it and you're gonna get better and better at throwing those pockets. So start looking for pockets, almost like a quarterback sees pockets in the defense in football. It's the exact same sort of thing. Look for these windows, look for these pockets, and lead your offensive teammate to the open area. All right, so this is kind of a nerdy video. So to do an episode 2, I need a lot of likes on this video. So we're gonna make a little bet, a little wager to make it happen. So Jake's gonna randomly tell me what hoop to shoot at. I'm gonna shoot at it, and if I make it, you gotta hit the subscription button, you gotta ding the bell notification, and then you gotta leave a comment in the comment section down below, and then we'll drop episode 2 if we get enough likes. All right, Jake, tell me what hoop.
Let's go with this one.
Uh-oh, deep one. First try, did I lie?
First try, baby.
I didn't lie.